Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are back with a whole new season. We're kicking off a whole new season of What If History Started Over. This is our brand new start. Yep, we're kicking it back. We're back with the series, and we're starting off with Bulgaria. Bulgaria is pretty big, but they need to be bigger. They have goals on Crimea right here, and they also would like, the rest of the land, of course. Because then, Russia and them could then, take on them, and then get that out of the way, and they could take on this, and then they'll both be extremely benefiting from this action that they want to take, so it will happen. We have Russia and Bulgaria jointly declaring war on Ukraine. Man, I feel bad for Ukraine right now. They never really did anything wrong, they just existed. The Bulgarian fleet was ready, so they go and take Crimea. The ground troops start invading in, and the Russians come in from this side, and Ukraine can put up a fight for a little bit, but eventually they're not going to make it any longer. And now they need to decide who gets what. I know there's a river somewhere, but I don't know. We're going to say that Russia gets these lands, so they can get like another little edge against Poland, Lithuania, and I know we have a Bulgarian fan, and they will be very happy with this episode. Boom, bigger Bulgaria, looking pretty cool. But now, it's once an episode in the old series, or in the past series. In the past of the series, the daily joke was that the Lime team would have a civil war, but now it's the partitioning of Poland and Lithuania. Each episode they're going to get a little more chunked off of them. In this episode, they're deciding to get these lands. So, they still exist, but, they're slowly getting partitioned. Kinda like IRL, They can't fend off all these forces if they tried. No matter if they had multiple other powers on their side, they couldn't defend against this. They have just such a bad positioning here. Also, I'll mention this now. I really want to get monetized so that I can actually do this as like a job, so watch the whole series. If this is your first time watching, watch the whole series, please. It would go a long way and help me be able to make a bunch of more videos in the future. So yeah, it's just a quick return on investment. You get to watch all that content, I get to keep making content, and you get more content out of this. It's a no-brainer. Anyways, Italia wants to expand, and where else to expand but in their neighbor. They won't be able to get too much land here, but they will still try. They do a little incident here, and now they're like, uh-oh, mamma mia. Oh, but they attacked us, so that makes it justified. So they roll in with their army, because the yellow team isn't as fortified as they'd want, but the Germans would help put a stop to it up here, because they don't want Italia growing on their border. But they do eventually manage to go in here, and a stalemate signed, or a stalemate has happened, and where's the minor border adjustment for Italy this time? Right there. Hey, Italia got some gains from that, so it's not that bad. Just barely anything, though, because they're still too weak to take on everybody here. But they did something here. That's something to be proud of. Anyways, over here in North America, we have the American Federation over here, or the American Union. Their goal is to unify all of the Americas under one country, and they have to take them out one by one. The weakest country by far has to be this one, which is like the Alaska, I guess. So the army starts flooding in. Now they do have natural defenses, so the more they go up, the slower they go. Eventually manage to go to here before mountains is a huge problem. So will they be able to expand more past this line? I doubt it, but they'll get a little bit more of an edge, I guess. They'll make their army dedicated to this. Bam. Boom. Now they're doing things. They most likely go up and capture the capital, and they just surrender. Now the American Federation is once again growing. Boom. Look at that. Very, very huge. This is going to be like a major power. Keep this country in your mind. They will be probably very relevant in the future. They're going to be like the mean guy on the block. They're going to be like the boss battle. But now we go over to Britain, who is very, very disappointed. They very much want a colonial empire back, so now they're going to do this one step at a time. They're going to start with getting Brittany, France. Or France doesn't exist. The French don't exist in this series, so they just go get Brittany. I guess that would still be called Brittany. They make a naval invasion, and their armies are so small compared to Britain's. They would just fall pretty fast, giving Britain another colony, I guess. And we're gonna give that a slightly lower color because it's a colony, I guess. I don't know. It feels better to just have it the same color as the host country. Just makes more sense, and we can't, we just cannot mess this up. Like, they're the same color, exactly. And now, the merchants. What will the merchants do today? The merchants are doing a lot of trading. That's what they did today. And one of the trades they did make was, first they got those islands, and then they want a little port over here, so they agreed to buy a port right there. Bam! Now they have a port over there. This definitely won't come back to haunt us, because this map will slowly become like ports and ports and ports if they get out of hand. I don't think they're going to get too out of hand with ports, but nonetheless, some pretty major things may happen with ports. Soon, they will get into an age where they are getting huge technological advancements, and then that's when the wars start happening. The wars to end all wars. But over in Asia, Japan hasn't learned their lesson, and they want to go down and get more of Asia, so bam, they go and capture the island of Taiwan, and they start going out from the front line. From here, they capture these lakes, trying to not let them have water, which is a human resource that everybody needs. But they don't want them to have that, because they want to commit war crimes. They want civilian deaths, I think. Most likely they do. And, yeah, they are not holding out that well here. But now that they're on the decline, other powers will want a snippet in it. They definitely do. So they're going to go in and try to capture some territory as well. But Japan knows what to do here, so they quickly go up and stop them from capturing too much territory. Though they still get a little bit more right there. Let's see what the peace deal looks like here. Bam, they will gain a teeny slice of land here. The other powers are telling Japan to not just execute this country. They still want this country around. So Japan will have to settle for little bits of territory just around the border. But hey, it's still territory. So yeah, I guess that's good. Good job, Japan. You did the thing where you go and get more territory, which is pretty much the goal of the series for you and for everyone. They're still living only because of great powers. The Philippines exist. Not sure what we're gonna do with them though. They exist. These people right here, they're starting to get technologically advanced, or as much as they can from being the most isolated place in the world. They're working on something. Give them a hot minute, and they'll be hot back up. The Florida Man Empire is hungry, and now they will declare war on the Central American Union. They're hungry for blood, and blood is coming. They do a landing, and they are pretty much trying to get the entire peninsula. That being said, they would still have a pretty good defense here, I'd say. And they'd be able to put them at siege for quite a little bit, but they have to carry on the invasion elsewhere. But still manage to go up to here before, a stalemate happens. Eventually they win the siege, and yeah, they're gonna have to set up a new front line because they wouldn't be able to break out of the stalemate that easily. So they're gonna do two things. They're gonna set up two new front lines. They do a naval invasion here, which opens up a new front, and they manage to get pretty far along with that. And then also here, so now their troops have to be more spread out, which allows these two fronts to connect, making them one big front. And if they let this front go, then they'll get cut off and erased. If they don't, then they'll get over here, and then they'll lose a bunch of colonies. There's no great way for the Central Americans to win this war, so we're gonna say they take a little bit of troops, or they keep fighting with their current amounts. And yeah, there's a little bit of a game of running catch or something. It's like Tom and Jerry over here. They're just running around trying to hide. A scene from Tom and Jerry. Just imagine that, will you? Eventually they would get kicked out, and yeah, they lose the war. The Florida men are expanding. But what land do they gain from this war? Again, I don't want to have major expansion in every episode, but they will gain two great territories from winning the war. So, their empire grows, but Not by too much, you get me? They got some new territory, but at what cost? That would have been a pretty heavy war, all things considered. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Let me know what you think. Remember, you can join the Discord and give me ideas in the comments. Anyways, see ya.